Welcome everybody to the BSR InThePitsNews Truck Series, live here from Kentucky Speedway for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society 200. I'm Josh Coppernell. I'm joined in the booth by Adam Kuhn. How you doing, Adam?
Evening, Josh. I'm doing well. Excited to be here at Kentucky Speedway to call this race with you tonight. Another exciting race we should have in store tonight. Race 9 on the season. Looking forward to it tonight.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to be up here in the booth. And if you're wondering, to any viewers at home, if you might be wondering why I am in the booth and not Dawson, well, this is Dawson's home track, and he asked if he could race this one. And so, yeah, Dawson's out there racing tonight. I figured it was the right thing to do, fair thing to do, especially because he's been so nice to me, allowing me to race a couple of times doing the broadcast. And so we wish Dawson luck out there tonight, as see him get sideways there off turn 2.
Yeah, great to see him back out on the racetrack. We've seen him a couple times already in this practice session. Have a little bit more than fun testing out the waters here in the 79 Ford and seeing what the limits are. Around this mile-and-a-half racetrack, he knows very well. His own home track, like you mentioned, and new addition to the schedule on the league, so not a regular stop anymore, really, for a lot of leagues and series, so good shakeup on the schedule here.
Yeah, and I'm actually really excited to see it on this schedule. As you mentioned, it's not one that we see on schedules anymore because NASCAR doesn't go to it in real life anymore. And so it's been a little while since I've even been on the track. And Andrew Elias actually threw up a practice session earlier today that I had hopped in and turned a couple of laps just so I could get familiar with the track myself. Even though I knew I wasn't going to be racing, I still kind of wanted to know what it was like. And you know, some of you viewers may remember when Kentucky did that repave. They made turns 3 and 4 different from 1 and 2, kind of like what Texas is now. And this was before Texas made their changes to that track. So one thing that I was noticing out there was, you know, with these trucks, you can go flat out in 1 and 2. But if you try to do that in 3 and 4, you're just going to wash right up the track and get into that wall if you don't even attempt to slow down very quickly.
And one of the changes made to this racetrack was the widening of that apron there that we just saw Justin Duran and Cameron Caldwell come out of, and he was Dawson Allen going for a huge slide down the back straight. He finally spins all the way to the entrance of turn 3. He was going there for a while, Josh, but he's really testing out the limits here, like I mentioned a couple of minutes prior.
Yeah, for sure. I think he was driving that truck, trying to make it spin out like that. Right now, Justin Duran, P1 on the board. Jonathan Parker, P2. David Duran, Justin's brother, P3. Michael Krueger, 4th. Andrew Elias, keep it so far. Let's see if we can get a quick word with one of our drivers before qualifying starts. Hey, Michael, it's Boys Up the Booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, hey, bud. It's been really good last few weeks for you, with bye week in between, of course. But when are the last 2 races that ITPN has had to offer? 2 very different tracks as well. So you come in here looking for 3 in a row, And this one is even more different than what we saw last week. What do you think is going to be the game plan here tonight?
Well, just try to do what I've been trying to do, or what I've been doing the last few weeks. Just get a good, or actually not good, a great qualifying spot, and just be up front all day, top 3, top 5, and just be there at the end.
You think if we get a late caution, you're in position to make a 3-wide move once again? You're going to take that opportunity?
There's no question. If the hole opens and I got the run to do it, I'm gonna make it happen.
All right, well, good luck to you. We'll see you out there, and maybe you'll sneak away with another win.
Maybe. Thank you, guys.
And that was Michael Krueger, driver of the number 14. New paint scheme for him this week. Blockbuster paint scheme.
Yeah, definitely a good looking, excuse me, Josh, definitely a good looking paint scheme on that 14 truck. And real quick before we wrap up this practice session, I want to mention, of course, you mentioned back-to-back wins. He and Jonathan Parker are the only two to do so to win more than once this season, I should say. And they have both won consecutive times on the calendar.
All right, well, practice is winding up. You and I, we did not discuss during crew race who our picks to win were, so I'm not even expecting who you're going to choose. Who do you have winning this race? Who is your pick tonight?
Well, Josh, you might as well just leave the camera right there. I'm going to pick this 81 machine. He's been, we mentioned Michael Krueger's won. Jonathan Parker's been right there in the shadows, just so close the last couple of weeks. Not getting the win at Nashville to Krueger. I think he's going to bite back and get his third win of the season tonight. And he's right there second on the leaderboard, of course, in this practice session, just off of Justin's lap.
You say just off of Justin. I'm going to go with Justin himself. Justin, he is hungry for a win. He's gotten 2 top 10 finishes with 10th place finishes in a row. He said that is not his expectations to, if he's going to finish in the top 10, not get 10th. He wants higher. I think Justin Arand, he's going to get a win tonight. And that wraps things up for practice. We hop into qualifying. And let's see who we have. Nathan Fuller out there first. Nathan Fuller, he made a series debut last week at the Nashville Super Speedway. And I had an opportunity to race around him for quite a while during that race. And he's going to get into the wall and just park it, go back to pit road and reset. So that takes us to Brett Bennett, who will be the first one to set a qualifying lap here. Brett Bennett in the Texas Roadhouse scheme, and I was actually watching Dawson Allen create this paint scheme himself. Texas Roadhouse, you may say, why is that here at a Kentucky track? Texas Roadhouse actually headquartered in Kentucky. And no surprise. Go ahead.
Sorry, Josh, but strange but weird fact. Good to pull out there.
No surprise there to see Brett Bennett top of the board, is, of course, him being the only one that had taken the time so far. But now down P3 is Alonso Chicano, actually P1 right now. Alonso already a couple pole positions on the season. Looking to get number 3, I believe. And Chicano is going to improve his time. Kerfan, who goes P2. Watching Justin Rand right now. As Durand is going to be coming off turn 4. Durant P1. Almost 2/10 faster than Alonso Chicano, and that was just Durant's first lap. Craig Fryer hitting the wall. And here we have David Durand.
Well, Josh, why don't we pull in our in-race reporter real quick, Dawson Allen, before he goes out there and qualify. Well, actually, he's on the track right now. Just went to P3 on the board. Why don't we talk to him for a quick second?
Let's go ahead and bring him in.
Hey, Dawson, you got a copy? Well, maybe not. Hey, Dawson, it's JCTV booth. You got a copy?
Got you loud and clear, guys.
Well, you just went to P3 on the board there a moment ago on your lap. Just got bumped to 4th. How do you like that 79 so far tonight?
Man, I gotta tell you, this this A8 truck, not a Mustang. Oh my God, I'm all over the place. This A8 F-150 feels great right now. I'm really loving this track. I think we just got dropped to 5th, maybe 6th actually. 2 guys jumped ahead of us, but feeling great. I really feel like I've gotten a lot through in practice, been able to learn everything, and it's been just great. And I've had a fantastic time. I'm ready to go out there and see if I can't win this thing. Really excited. Big shout out to C2 Graphics for the amazing scheme on this truck, and I'm ready to go win it and win it for a good cause here.
Big goals tonight, obviously. As we get ready to grid here real quick, what do you have for that opening stage? Just 34 laps. What are your plans there starting out in P6?
Starting P6, I'm going to see if I can't maintain that spot. I'm going to see if I can't stay in stage points, and if I can do so, I can do so, and if not, then, we'll just play where the cards fall after that stage. We're out here having fun, mates. Basically, I'm not really racing for anything important. I'm just out here to have fun and try to win a race. So really excited to see how this plays out.
Absolutely. We're going to be watching you all night, and hopefully we get to talk to you a little bit later.
Alrighty.
That's our in-race reporter tonight, Dawson Allen. Usually our lead guy in the booth, Josh, and taking the reins of the wheel of that 79 machine, of course, tonight. Home race, like we mentioned earlier, and sounds very confident, sounds very excited to be back here at Kentucky Speedway, of course.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see what he could do on the racetrack once again, and happy to be able to allow him to do this. So let's go ahead and go through our starting lineup. And starting on the pole is going to be my pick to win, Justin Duran, with brother David Duran starting to his outside. David Duran, 2 front row starts in a row as he started on the pole last time. Michael Krueger, P3. Ethan Franseca Moreno in P4, and Alonso Chicano will start 5th.
As we just mentioned and talked to, Dawson Allen is going to start in the 6th position, with Alex Griffin and Dalton Kelly making up row 4. Cameron Caldwell and Jeremy Richmond are going to make out the top 10 starting positions tonight.
Starting in row 6, Zach Probst to the inside. Brett Bennett is going to be starting in 12th. 13th, Brian C. Smith with Craig Fryer to his outside. And Tyler Watermolen will start in 15th place.
Jonathan Parker is going to find himself lining up 16th with Andrew Elias, 17th, and Nathan Fuller outside of him in row 9. Going to be Dakota Knoll in row 10, with Matthew Tostar, race admin, showing up on the grid, of course, on the inside there.
That's going to do it. 19 trucks on the grid tonight. And drivers are rolling. We are getting ready to go 134 laps, 200 miles around Kentucky Speedway. So as the drivers get ready here, pace truck is going to come down to the safety of pit road. Justin Duran will be waiting until the green flag is displayed to lead these guys to the green. And we are racing here at Kentucky. Green flag waves and a great jump on the inside lane. David, he got caught sleeping. Alonso Chicano moving from 5th place starting position all the way to 3rd, now being challenged by Kerfan. Kerfan still side by side with Alonso Chicano. Chicano trying to get his nose to the outside of Michael Krueger. And he's there. Krueger is boxed in by Radius Vortex teammates. They're 3 wide now. And here comes Caldwell to the inside of Krueger.
Meanwhile, just outside of this, Jonathan Parker has gone from 16th to 10 in the opening lap, and Dawson Allen slid way back to 13th. We're going to have to see what happened to him later in the show, as they're fanning out 4 wide on the front straightaway using the apron. Jack Pope's going to fight up into this mess. He's up into 5th right now, Josh.
Probst gaining a lot of positions. He started this race at 11th.
See that 00, Ethan Moreno, in going to be on the leaderboard number 43, but he started outside row 2 and he slipped all the way back to fighting for 7th now with Cameron Caldwell back here.
He's trying to hold on, just not able to, as Caldwell on the preferred lane through 3 and 4. Ethan's going to go way wide. Battle for the lead, Duran and his brother, Duran, David. To the inside of Justin. New race leader, it is David Duran.
I just noticed he had taken 2nd from Chicano back, but I didn't anticipate challenging Justin for the lead, and Justin's going to try and cross him back over going into turn 3 off of 4. Let's see what happens just on the inside here. And Chicano is right there, of course, as well, with Kerfan in 4th and Michael Krueger back up to P5.
David Duran, of course, as I mentioned, just as we were talking about the drivers on the starting lineup, David, of course, started on the pole, led every lap in the opening stage last week at Nashville Super Speedway, and won the stage. David Duran, he is showing his speed early on once again, and pulling away from Justin. Ethan still struggling, still on the outside. Finally has a hole. Dalton Kelly tucks in now. Oh man, what a close one that was. Dalton had to go high, and he almost got hit by the 54, Brian C. Smith. Jeremy Richmond taking advantage of that. Dawson Allen was trying to make a move as well on Brian. So the whole field currently is single file. Everybody is staying so close to one another.
This is the type of racing we usually see the trucks run on the 1.5 racetracks, all usually tight together in the opening stint until the tire fall off. You can really run together like this. Usually on the other 1.5s we run just as fast as Kentucky Speedway, but it's more wide, more grip all the way around. This track you mentioned, Josh, the reconfiguration got rid of a lot of grip in turn 3 and 4 especially, so it might only be one way around, a lot of guys think tonight.
These guys, they know they've got to race to the end of lap 34 for that stage, when a caution will be thrown. Nine laps complete, coming to 10 laps. Down with 124 to go at the line. Michael Krueger making a move underneath Kerfan. Trying to get back up to the front. Krueger is almost clear of Kerfan. Not able to completely clear himself just yet. Kerfan putting on a fight on the outside line. He's going to shoot ahead of Krueger, clear himself. And Krueger has got to be careful. Probst actually got the apron a little bit there, 1 and 2. Sliding up the track to see if Cameron Caldwell takes advantage of that. Caldwell's close, just not close enough. But look at Jonathan Parker. You mentioned how he started in the back and got up to the top 10 pretty quickly. Currently P8. Looking for more.
Probst continues to have struggles through turn 2. He made just slide there onto the back straightaway, and Caldwell is going to take advantage of it this time. Dive into the inside of turn 3. Let's see what he can do there. He's going to drift up the racetrack just a little bit on Probst through 4. Looks like they're going to make it fine onto the front straightaway. Jonathan Parker right there trying to take advantage of it. Thought about taking the apron. Caldwell is going to block that move.
Caldwell's got to be patient here. Not close enough this time off turn 2. Parker taking a shallower entry into 3. Parker's going to be to the inside of Caldwell. And Caldwell gets clear of Parker. Oh, Probst hard in the wall.
Yeah, and he continued to stay in it for a while down the back straightaway. I figured that was inevitable sooner or later for that PPM 62, unfortunately. He's going to continue for the time being in the F-150. I think it's going to be down on power, at least damaged very heavily. See the visual damage right there as he goes by the front straightaway. And we'll see if he continues. Just going to continue to drop positions here with Josh, but he was having major issues through turn 2 this last 5 or 6 laps we kept seeing.
Let's see if we can pull up a replay. He just gets off the corner, gets straight up into the wall. Could not come off of it and just continue to lose positions.
And while we watched Probst continue to fall back, Caldwell and Pocono traded positions, then they traded them back, but it's going to be a battle for the lead up front between Duran and Duran again, with Justin all over the tailgate of David going down the back straightaway. He took a shot into turn 3 last time peaking, couldn't make it stick, and he did the same a little bit again this time, but he was too far back.
Tell you what, we've heard of the Dale and Dale show, we've heard of the Kyle and Kyle show, we're watching the Duran show, and not the musicians. Justin, he looks under David, side by side down the back stretch. David's going to have to go wide through the corner. And right now, Justin is clear of David. Does David try a crossover? Is he able to? He's not. He's not going to be close enough. So now it's back to Justin leading this race right where he started.
Something just happened to the 81 truck. He just lost 4 positions in one corner. And here he is racing Jeremy Richmond, Josh. It's going to continue. It looks like he's back up to speed. I don't know if he tagged the wall or something off of turn 2. Doesn't look like he's got major damage.
I'm not seeing anything on the side of that 81 machine.
Milano is back up on a charge. Excuse me, Josh. He just blew by Cameron Caldwell, who's going to continue to put up a fight, but it looked like that 0-0 was much faster through 1 and 2.
And still fighting on the outside. Cameron Caldwell. Caldwell is putting up a fight. Finally, Ethan clears Caldwell. Look up front. Second place. Alonso Chicano just right there stalking David Duran. Noticing David isn't able to hit the bottom in 1 and 2 like I would think that he would want to. 3 and 4, Chicano elects a higher line. David slides up. David might have just gotten a little too tight coming up the corner, and that's going to open up the door for Alonso Chicano as Alonso looking to take second place. He's there. David trying to pinch Chicano down. It's just not enough. Chicano's going to clear David for P2. Back here, battle for the 15th position. Craig Fryer. It's all over the bumper of Brett Bennett. Now David Rand. David falls to 5th position. Krueger now has his sights set on Kerfan. Try to get P3 out of this. Parker, he is once again stalking Caldwell. These two have pretty much been around each other all race long so far.
Right now, Parker sitting in the 8th position holds the last spot, earning stage points. At the end of the conclusion of the stage at lap 34, he's going to dive to the inside Kevin Caldwell again through 3 and 4. Gonna slide way off the racetrack onto the front straightaway and not make anything work there. But he's got Jeremy Richmond not too far behind him, as you can tell right there. Just about 3/10 of a second behind, so it's going to be a lot of pressure on him if he can get around Caldwell to keep this position, of course, with Dalton Kelly back there in 10th.
Zach Probst, he has fallen to 14th position after early struggles in this race. You see the damage on the right side of that truck. And things just not getting any easier as laps wind down. He needs that stage to come very quick.
For sure, and we see that battle behind him for 15th raging on, and he's going to want to see that yellow fly before they catch him. And this battle up front, or towards the front a little bit further in the 7th position, continues, Josh. It's side by side on the front straightaway, and Jeremy Richmond is right there, going to try and make it a 3-man battle for this 7th position. He's going to try and steal some stage points here, but Parker up to 7th, Caldwell to 8th, and it's not over yet for that.
And Caldwell to run down the back straightaway. Trying to stay underneath Parker, not able to. So hand the advantage to Parker for that 7th position. Now Jeremy Richmond looking to take 8th away from Caldwell. Renault has gotten by David Arand. So Renault now in the top 5. David trying to fight back. David's looking to the inside. He's there. Just gonna clear David into turn 1. Brian C. Smith under pressure from Nathan Fuller. Nathan trying to pick up one more position before this caution flies for the stage break. And last lap of the stage, Justin Rand still comfortably ahead of Alonso Chicano. Justin Durand is gonna get off turns 3 and 4. And Justin Durand gonna win stage 1. Alonso Chicano P2, Alex Kerfan will finish 3rd, Mike Krueger 4th. Ethan ran second, Moreno in fifth. David ran sixth, Jonathan Parker seventh, Cameron Caldwell P8.
Well, Justin did a pretty phenomenal job at controlling the race once he was able to get the lead back from brother David, and he had a pretty decent-sized lead over Alonso Chicano. It wasn't a huge gap like we've seen all season long, but it was just comfortable enough. That's all you really need this early in the race. Of course, just completing up the stage, and did a great job getting out to the end there, and I got a long way to go, of course, 100 laps left in this race, and he's going to be fighting for that first career win, of course, tonight, Josh.
Pit road gonna be open this time. Everybody coming down pit road. And Justin Duran going to get into his box. Watch the race off pit road. Justin's going to come out P1. Alonso P2. Michael Krueger P3. And let's go ahead and get a word with our stage winner. Adam, I believe you've got him dialed up.
Yeah, hey Justin, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, the stage win there, great job there, controlling the field from the pole. Battled David there for the lead early on. How was it out there?
Well, it was a good battle in him. I mean, I figured it was a smart thing just to let him go. He can get the lap lead bonus. I figured like he was going to drive a little harder to try to hold me off and probably burn his stuff up. Got around him, not too much of a problem there, and then pretty much kept the same gap between Alonso and I those last 5-10 laps of stage. So, we showed good speed, obviously, fastest practice, got the pole. Stage wins off a great start, so hopefully this is the night.
Yeah, you mentioned hopefully it's the night. A lot of second place finishes. We've got less than 100 laps to go in this race here in Kentucky. What do you expect the track to change with the sun going down?
It'll probably be a little more grip on the bottom lanes. Everybody's still be doing the same thing in 1 and 2, you know, full throttle, maybe here a burp here and there. But 3 and 4 is the key on this track. You got to really nail that down to get a great launch off of 4. So I'm not exactly sure how the sun going down is going to change the rest of the race. This is actually the first week I've actually put laps down on this track, so I'm going to be on learning the rest of the night. Hopefully I guess right.
Hopefully, indeed. We'll be right here watching, and hopefully we talk to you a little bit later tonight. Good luck out there.
All right, thank you.
It was our stage winner, Justin Duran, in that number 5 Chevrolet.
And I believe they're going to come to the choose cone rule here. So if you look at the left side of the screen, you will see where it is. See Justin taking the inside. Chicano the outside. Krueger inside. Moreno outside. Pretty much just line up where they would have been anyway. We are going to be going green with 95 laps left in this race. No more stage cautions, which means we're not guaranteed another yellow. Justin Duran gonna lead him back to the green flag. This time getting to choose inside restart zone where he wants to go. And he goes early, green flag in the air. Much better start for that outside lane. And look at Caldwell taking up 3 wide using that apron. He's gonna gain so many positions. 3 wide for second place is Caldwell.
The low there, absolutely on X-Coffin there, going on to the restart into turn 1. And can he make it stick on Michael Krueger down the back straightaway, who made that 3 wide move last weekend for the race win? He's got Coffin now pushing him into turn 3.
They are still 3 wide. Chicano holding it on the outside. Krueger in the middle. Almost 4 wide is Ethan Moreno. Moreno now on the bottom underneath Parker. Chicano finally clear from the top. Chicano gonna look to make it 3 wide once again on the bottom. Cameron Caldwell goes to block that. And now Krueger sails it in on turn 3 on the outside. Caldwell finding a hole. Oh man, this is so tight. Moreno makes a move on underneath Caldwell, trying to take P3.
Moreno's going to drift up the check just a slight bit off of turn 2. They're going to continue to race for that 4th position, or 3rd position, excuse me. Chicano right there again, trying to make it 3 wide. Lap a go. Josh, what a critical move that 25 did, almost elevator style. But Caldwell, of course, blocking it, and that separated that 3 wide situation up. And they're continuing to be 2 by 2 right here, though, down the front straightaway with Jonathan Parker and Chicano racing for that 6th position. And here comes Jeremy Richmond on the inside of Alex Coffin, who slipped down to 7th.
Moreno still fighting hard on the inside of Caldwell. Caldwell fighting hard, get to the outside of Krueger. Caldwell wants the track position, and he is trying to take as much as he can get here. Caldwell up to P2. Parker in P3 and Krueger currently P4 under pressure from Moreno.
Caldwell is running down race leader Justin Duran. Duran had a 0.3 of a second lead over that pack when they were fighting over that 2nd position, and now to the apron, battle for the lead. Caldwell all the way to the flat, over the bumps, side by side for the lead into turn 1 over Justin Duran.
I'm not so sure he stayed all 4 tires on the pavement either. I think Caldwell got the grass a little bit.
Don't think those track limits here tonight in Kentucky, but he definitely did get very, very low down the front straight. Lap will go. He's going to be on the outside this time. No, he's clear of Justin Duran, in fact, off of turn 4. And here comes Jonathan Parker, finding that 5 machine for 2nd.
Look at this shot. All these drivers so close together. Nose to tail, and Justin Duran battling hard. Side by side with Parker. Parker's trying to take the position away from Duran. Krueger is putting himself right back up in the mix. These two just cannot get away from each other. Parker and Duran still side by side. Finally, Duran gonna clear Parker, and look at Moreno in the background trying to push it 3 wide. Not able to.
Moreno has been super aggressive this entire run, Josh, since the drop of the green flag to start the stage. Been trying to make it 3 wide any way he can. Almost made it 4 wide as we saw on the front straightaway. Handful of laps to go, and he's been all over the back tailgate and Michael Krueger the last couple laps, just pushing the 14 truck all over the place, trying to get him to go forward. And like you mentioned it, trying to get around that blockbuster PBR truck now. Now he's on the outside of the 14 down the back straightaway and fighting to even make a shot at Alonso Chicano right there, who was defending both machines into turn 3. Oh, contact! Krueger slid up a little bit into the 0-0.
That was very, very close. Now Kerpan underneath Krueger. Justin Duran has been faster than Cameron Caldwell. Duran's looking to take the lead once again. Something's going on with Dakota Knoll. He's sitting in pit road. Got the wall hard off turn 2.
Rick probably had nowhere to go and got held up a couple of positions too in the fallout of that.
Let's go back to live timing here. Justin waiting for Cam to make a mistake. Justin's making the move. Caldwell opens up the door. Justin is there. He's not able to keep it down there though, as Caldwell gonna have the clear position. He blocks down the apron.
They're awfully close cutting off that 5 truck going down the front straightaway. They're trying to take every advantage of the apron there. Your Kentucky Speedway, and going to continue down the back straightaway. Oh, so close between the machines, and Justin again diving into turn 3 on the inside lane. Caldwell's going to give him that lane just a little bit, and Justin's going to once again arrow wash off the corner in the wake of the 12 machine there off of turn 4. Battle back though for 6th position has been heating up immensely. I mean, actually, I believe it's fair that is indeed Ethan Moreno and Michael Krueger in that the 0-0 and 14 trucks continue to battle for this top 5 spot.
Caldwell leads. Justin Duran. Just tried making a move there. And Ethan. He is heating up the tailgate of Chicano. Moreno looking to the outside of Chicano. That opens up the door for Krueger. Krueger is going to drive underneath Moreno.
Griffin on the outside of Krueger now going into turn 1. Gonna fight for that 6th position. Can't make anything happen as Krueger's gonna dive all the way to the inside and throttle way up on the inside of the 00 of Ethan Francisco Moreno, who's gonna be checked up a little bit behind Chicano there.
Battle for the lead. Justin Duran was there. Caldwell had a great run off turn 4 to retain the position, or maintain the position rather. Justin taking a shallower entry than what Caldwell did through 3 and 4.
These three have continued to drive away from Alonso Chicano in that 4th position, who continues to stay just ahead of Ethan Moreno and Michael Krueger. These three, Caldwell, Justin Duran, and Jonathan Parker, continue to pull away just little by little over those rest of the pack. Really, essentially, that battle is Justin continues to slide up off of 4. He's diving the center of the corner so much in turn 3.
Battle back here once again. Chicano. Not able to fend off that hard charging 00 or 43. Ethan Moreno. Michael Krueger going to try the outside lane around Chicano as well. Krueger's there. A lot happening all at once. Justin Duran, once again, looking to the inside of Caldwell.
Each lap, Justin continues to just hit the marks he wants to hit in turn 3 and slides up, I think, a little bit too much in turn 4. And he's getting mightily close to the rear bumper of Cameron Caldwell and almost spinning him off of the corner each time. So we're going to sit on the onboard camera here and see him work his stuff right here and get so close to the rear taillight of the 12 truck pretty much.
As you watch these C2 Graphics trucks battle, this is a great shot. Riding on board with Justin Duran. Justin Duran. Still not able to get his nose right there with Caldwell. We are now halfway through this race. One thing to note, one driver has already come down pit road. He just got off pit road. That is number 44, Andrew Elias. You know, Elias likes to start things off. Pit cycles, I imagine a lot of drivers are going to start coming very soon. This is right around where they ran for that first stage, which of course 34 laps. So far, it appears it's been about 32, 33 laps since their last pit stop.
Meanwhile, just behind these guys, one driver that has joined that fight for what is now 5th position, which has been overtaken by Alex Kofin from Chicano. It's going to be the 79 of Dawson Allen. He has fought back into the top 10. His issue on the start, he didn't have anything happen. He was just stuck behind David Duran, who had that very bogged down initial start of the race. The outside lane didn't really get going because of that. Dawson was the victim and lost the benefits of his 6th place starting position, fell outside the top 10. Now he's up to P8 after getting by Dalton Kelly and Nathan Fuller there in the 9th position, as Michael Krueger ahead of him goes for that position on Chicano.
Side by side for the race lead, Justin Duran. Inside Cameron Caldwell. They are going to be side by side all down the back straightaway. What's Caldwell going to do here? He is fighting hard, pinching Duran down as much as he can. Caldwell still not giving up. Caldwell's going to lead that lap just barely over Justin Duran. And Justin is going to clear himself. Now Caldwell in the clutches of that 81, Jonathan Parker. Parker had a good entry into the corner. I think he had to lift just a little bit not to get into the back of Caldwell.
Parker had great patience there when he caught those two into turn 1 a couple laps ago. When they were racing side by side for the lead, he could have went and tried and forced it, make it 3 wide, but he knows no one's running up there all night and wouldn't have been able to stick up there, and he wouldn't have had the speed. Maybe even might have crashed that 81, and he did a great job trying to take the time. He knows he needs to just continue and run his rhythm with those two continuing to fight like they were, and he needs to now get around that 12 machine, and he had an opportunity a lap ago, Josh, and he didn't make it stick. It's going to be right in the 12 tire tracks here for the next couple laps as a result.
Update on pit strategy. Jeremy Richmond has come down pit road, as well as Craig Fryer. Fryer on his up to speed lap. So far with the Andrew Elias, Jeremy Richmond, and Craig Fryer, those are the 3 drivers that have come down pit road so far. Everybody else still waiting to come down pit road. 60 laps to go in the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society 200 here at Kentucky Speedway. Michael Krueger trying to get back into the top 5. Krueger's looking underneath Moreno.
Yeah, Moreno's had a struggle the last 5 laps or so. He was making a charge up towards the front, and then he's been passed by Kerfin for 4th, and now Krueger is able to clear that position for 5th. So Ethan Fonseca Moreno down to P6, and he's got Chicano about less than a second behind him for 7th, and Chicano, the other driver, sliding back through the top 10, or at least the back half of the top 5 the last couple laps, last portion of this run, of course. Running towards, I believe, in that 4th position early on.
Back in the top 5. Parker still hasn't been able to make a move on Caldwell. I think Parker's just being patient. He knows he's going to have to pit again.
We've seen that determine the outcome of races almost every week this season, and the lap you come on pit road is so crucial, and the way you come off a pit road, the clean track you get if you're able to, is so important in this league, and really any type of pit strategy. And he is diving into turn 3 again, but we've seen him pass people on pit road week in and week out, and he knows that's a strong suit on his end.
You know, I'm wondering, now that I'm looking at laps here, if a guy like Jeremy Richmond is trying a 2-stop strategy in the final stage and everybody else trying to go for the 1-stop strategy. Richmond is going to pass Parker. Parker actually now coming down pit road, so Parker the first of the top 5 to make a move. But I was going to say, Richmond, he has almost unlapped himself. And once this thing cycles through, Richmond could be in a very good position to make a 2-stop strategy work. May not be for a race win, but he'll have a pretty good finish, I think. Jonathan Parker is rolling off and away. Nobody else coming down pit road that time by. Richmond has gotten around Caldwell and almost up to Justin Durand to take his lap back. So Richmond has gotten around Durand to get his lap back. Still nobody else coming down pit road. Watch how Jonathan Parker is going to favor here. $50 laps to go. And it has been Justin Durand, the truck to beat tonight. And Justin coming down pit road. Nobody else following behind him so far.
trouble for Ethan Moreno. We have saw him fluctuate all over the top 10 on the pylon the last couple laps, and he had been blinking out a little bit here and there all night, and looks like he's finally dropped from the server. He's gone 2 laps down now on the racetrack, and he was in the 4th position when this all happened. Of course, we saw him battle in the top 5 all night with Michael Krueger and Alonso Chicano, so looks like the night's done for the driver of the 43. Tonight in the painted 00, as we see Alex Coffin make his trip down pit lane.
Caldwell is the current race leader. Michael Krueger P2 and Alonso Chicano P3. Caldwell, Krueger, Chicano, they all elect to stay out. And Parker, he's looking to get his lap back. David Duran coming down pit road. Kerfan is off and away. And here is Parker unlapping himself.
Of course, a weekly example of fresh tire means huge speed, because we just saw last time we saw Parker was racing Dawson Allen 5 seconds back behind Caldwell. So in just a couple of laps, Parker drove 5 seconds off the road to Caldwell, and he is already gone from that 12 machine. So that's how much these tires are going to pay out for that 81 truck. Let's see, running long is going to pay out for Cam Caldwell, because there's the flip side of the run. If it goes green all the way to the end, Parker has to go longer with that tire, and Caldwell is going to back it down here and downshift onto the apron, Josh, and make his way onto the road.
Meanwhile, looks like the couple of drivers coming down behind him is going to be Nathan Fuller and Dawson Allen. Krueger and Chicano stay out. Dalton Kelly staying out as well. And I believe Brett Bennett also staying out on the racetrack.
Zach Probst just pulled out from his pit stall, so he came down lap prior and becomes Justin Duran to unlap himself on Krueger. Huge difference in speed there, and completely different lines. Chicano only half a second back from this 14 machine though right now as it stands.
Krueger, Chicano, Kelly, Bennett all have yet to come down pit road. Everybody else has made their trip, and here comes Krueger and Chicano. Chicano sideways.
I don't know if he was out of control or if that was timed, because he made up a lot of time on Krueger, but he had his hands all over the place there coming up onto the pit road.
Dalton Kelly and Brett Bennett also electing to come down pit road this time, and this will cycle things out. I believe it's going to hand the lead over to Jeremy Richmond. But Jonathan Parker not far behind at all. It's that yellow truck just behind this green truck. That is battle for the lead. Right now, Brian C. Smith getting his lap back from Richmond.
Parker had a 6-second gap over Justin Duran a moment ago. That's been shaved to 5.2 seconds as the 5 truck on much fresher tire compared to these two, of course. And you saw the gap Parker pulled on the 98 truck 2 corners ago, and here he is again all over the 98 now down the back straightaway, side by side for the lead.
This is going to be a easy pass for Parker. Parker clears Richmond, and now Parker, for the first time tonight, leading the race. And I have to say, I don't think either one of us expected it to take this long for Parker to get up here. But here he is, race leader, 41 laps to go.
Definitely didn't think it would take that long tonight, but it's from that 16th starting position. Definitely might not be that much of a surprise considering where he came from. But you mentioned really top of the race, able to make it impressive up to 10th place on the start. Got a little bit lucky with the lane stack up, but he took well advantage of it, continuing to gain spots lap after lap. And like you mentioned, it took a while to get up here since then, but he's going to try and take well advantage of it now. But he's only got 4-second gap over Justin Duran next in third, who is cutting down the gap slightly, Josh.
Yeah, Justin Duran waiting to come down pit road. And it was a disadvantage with Parker coming in earlier than Duran was. But now you're seeing the difference in why Duran waited. And there is Justin Duran. Currently 3.3 seconds behind Jonathan Parker, but he is gaining. Dave Fuller currently sitting P7. Michael Krueger P8. Krueger trying to get around Fuller.
Well, there's been another driver facing connection issues tonight. Been looking a little bit, not as bad as Moreno was when he dropped out of the server, of course, but been a little bit of an issue to these guys. And Krueger's going to get to the inside down the front straightaway, show the nose a little bit, take the apron, and try and pass this Ford machine forward at that 6th position.
Battle for the 2nd position. Durant is going to clear Richmond. And now it is only 2.5 seconds of a difference for Parker over Durant.
Lap truck of Brett Bennett there looked like he got in the way of what Jeremy Richmond wanted to do. It looked like Richmond wanted to try to cross over Durand, try and race back Justin on the inside down the front straight over. The 47 was coming up huge head of steam with his momentum coming one single file himself, so blocked Richmond's run, and Richmond, of course, on a different tire, so it's going to fall off dramatically on that 5 truck. And another truck has gone a lap down. That's Andrew Elias. He just came down pit road, Josh. He was in the 6th position, was passed by Cameron Caldwell. You mentioned earlier, the first one to come down pit road. So he, of course, going on the 2-stop strategy, and he's going to play the card very early to come down again.
Andrew, he's going to feel like Superman here, but he is a long way behind Jonathan Parker to get his lap back. As Parker is in the middle of 3 and 4 now, as you just saw Elias crossing the striped line. Justin Durant, he is closing in. Two trucks between Durant and Parker. Make that now only one truck, and that one truck is Brett Bennett, of course, who is faster than Durant. So right now, I don't think Durant is at a disadvantage with trying to get around lap traffic. Actually, I say that. Brett Bennett might now be a little bit slower than Durant.
Yep, but of course passing Justin here, thought he was going to drive away from this 5 truck a little bit, and now he is, but not as consistently a lot of times as Justin wants. I think it's going to be, I don't know, much of a detractor to that 5 truck gaining on the 81. We'll see it here on the course of this run if it's going to hold him up and the difference that he's going to catch Parker, but Bennett was not running consistent lap times and not running consistent lanes around the racetrack that I think Justin Duran would be happy with.
Justin Duran now under a second. See if Brett Bennett slows Parker up any by trying to get around Parker for his lap back. Parker gonna leave the door open for Bennett. Bennett gonna drive on by. Parker gets right back down to the bottom.
And now about a half a second gap between the top 2 for this race lead. It's going to get really, really dramatic between these two. They've been side by side tonight many times out there on the racetrack, but you mentioned first time Parker's been up at the front, so he's going to be very, very, very aggressive to keep this track position. The last time I believe these two were racing for the lead, I could be wrong, but last time I remember they were going at it for the race lead was Phoenix all the way back, race number 2, and it ended up with both of them in the wall with major damage.
See there, it is a 5-lap difference in tires between Parker and Durand. And there's still 26 laps to go for these drivers. Lap traffic coming into play. Brian C. Smith gonna stay out of the way. May have hurt the entry of Durand a little bit going into 1, but Durand did clear Smith.
We just saw outside of that shot, Alex Griffin only a second and a half back from these two in 3rd position, so he's going to insert his hat into the name, or his name into this hat of guys racing for this win here with probably another pit stop left, Josh, I would assume. In green flag pit stops, you can see anything happen, of course. We've seen that time and time again the last couple seasons. Just anything, mistakes, you just want to limit them, and you got top 10 separated by 15 seconds at 1.5 miles, which is huge, but the top 3 only a second and a half.
Not so sure these drivers will have to pit again. I think everybody is good to make it from here on fuel. Under 0.2 of a second now. Justin Durand. He's going to look to the inside of Parker. Parker going to try to fight on that outside. He's able to maintain his position. And pulling away by about a truck length.
Thought Justin was going to get him, though. We've seen the inside prevail all night, but Jonathan holding his truck strong on the outside there, prevailing, dominating with that clean air. Said he was going to be holding strong, trying to take advantage of this lead and stay out in front. You don't want to ever give up the lead, of course, and get rid of that clean air. It is golden in these stock cars.
Justin Rand just being patient right now behind Parker. And it could be a thing of tires are starting to equal out. These two drivers running identical lap times. And Kerfan is 200ths of a second faster than Durand. Durand looks to the inside using that apron. They're going to be side by side going into one. This will probably be the best opportunity. Durand clear of Parker. Parker quickly to the inside. Not able to get a run off turn 2 down the back straightaway. So Justin Rand once again race leader, 19 laps to go at Kentucky Speedway.
Textbook pass right there, Josh. He set up Jonathan Parker perfectly. He was able to clear him before the corner pretty much. He timed it up everything he needed to do off the exit of turn 4, set it up great for the entrance of turn 1, and he's going to put Jonathan Parker in his mirror and try and drive away from that 81, but Parker is there still, a little bit more than a tenth behind, but like you mentioned, Josh, a long way to go in this race for how late it is in going. And of course, they are starting to run back up on Brett Bennett, who drove way up away from these guys, but they were starting to track him back down again.
And track is pretty clean in front of these guys. Got they have to deal with Brett Bennett here. And then there's a big gap before they will get to the next truck, which would be Zach Probst.
Both these top two are taking such different lines compared to Brett Bennett going into turn 1. They're both arcing their trucks into the corner, while Brett's just hugging the yellow line down the front straightaway and just taking a very shallow entry into turn 1. We'll see that's going to be a factor as Justin gets very, very close up to the rear end of Brett Bennett here down the front straightaway.
Brett Bennett holding his zone. Justin Rand's going to try to take a peek on the outside. Not able to. Bennett wants to finish the race on the lead lap. 14 laps to go at the line. Justin have to run a different line. I'm sure this is absolutely infuriating Justin Rand right now. Jeremy Richmond, who is one lap down, trying to get into the picture to pass these This battle for the lead so Richmond can get his lap back. Duran underneath Bennett. Bennett fighting strong on the outside. Good news for Duran is behind him, Jonathan Parker dealing with the 98. That slowed Parker down as Richmond got around Parker.
Now Justin's got a buffer, but the only thing is that Jeremy is much faster on the fresh tire, and he's going to try and pass Justin right here through 3 and 4. And Brett Bennett, like you mentioned, was on the outside of Justin, who had got on the inside of him, but Brett was able to take advantage of the high line and clear Justin back. And here on board the 47 truck, you see this battle between Justin and Richmond trying to unlap himself, with Jonathan Parker now right on the tailgate of the 5 going through 1 and 2. Richmond diving deep into turn 3. He's going to take the 12th position away from Brett Bennett, just ahead of the race leaders.
Bennett going to try to fight back on the outside line. This could be the door opening for Duran. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That was Craig Fryer.
He has the right side all torn off there already.
Brett Bennett trying to fight on the outside. Oh man, that's going to slow Duran way up. Duran's going to have to stay on the bottom. They're going to be side by side for the race lead once again. Parker making a move on the outside.
We heard in a stage interview that Justin said it's such a momentum racetrack through 3 and 4, and he lost all of his momentum there, having to check up on the inside of Brett Bennett. Did a great job holding off Jonathan there through 1 and 2. He's going to hold the race lead for the time being, try and drive away from Parker. 2/10 of a second lead, and now he's going to have to fight up this 47 again, right ahead of him.
It's no secret that Bennett's had his share of rivalries with the Duran brothers. And I'm not sure if that is coming into play with Bennett trying to stay on the lead lap. Duran once again trying to make a move to the inside, not able to make it in to get underneath Bennett. 7 laps to go though for Parker. I'm sorry, Duran.
Bennett really wide there into turn 3. Justin's going to wash up the track off of 4 right in the wake of the 47. Going to have the lane. Brett's given him, not like he was doing that there in 3 and 4, but Justin was able to take advantage of it. Let's see what happens into turn 1 here. Brett again aiding away into turn 1.
Durant is clear of Brett Bennett. What is Bennett going to do? Bennett not able to make a move back on Duran. And now trying to hold on to the outside of Parker. Parker clear of Bennett as well. 5 laps to go. Now it is an open track in front of Duran.
Bennett tucked in line there between Duran and Parker, was able to separate the two just a little bit. 4/10 of a second lead now Justin has over Jonathan Parker into turn 3. Mentioned open track, not quite sure. He's got Jimmy Richmond ahead, who was driving away, Josh, but he is kind of slowed a little bit. He's not slowing up back to them, but it's not like he's pulled away anymore. Could be an issue, but I don't think he's going to hold-up is just going to play a little bit of a factor of the handling of the 5 truck for sure.
Coming to 3 laps to go for Justin Oran. Parker. He was faster than Duran that last time by. Fastest truck on the track. But is it going to be enough? I think Duran had a better exit off turn 2 than Parker did. And that time, advantage Justin Duran. Into 3 and 4. White flag is waving this race. Staying caution free, other than the stage caution we saw at the conclusion of lap 34. Justin Rand, he is looking for his first ever Laser Sim Racing InThePitsNews Truck Series race win. He has 6 second place finishes. 3 of them this season. I mentioned at the top of the show, Justin, he has finished 10th 2 times in a row in the last 2 races. That was unacceptable for his standards. Justin Rand, career win number 1. Justin Rand wins here at Kentucky.
Can't wait to hear this celebration. This is going to be a very popular win for about everyone, I think, to see this 5 truck finally go to victory lane. Justin Duran, you mentioned a ton of second place finishes, bunch of stage wins, all kinds of points earned, all kinds of streaks, all kinds of records. He doesn't want to lead, and he's finally broken. He's broken through and finally got his first win. He's got his team owner to congratulate him here first.
Justin Rand, winner of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society 200. Absolutely dominating performance out of Justin Rand. Gerfan doing donuts with Justin. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Are they going to try to do the nose-to-nose burnout? Well, let's go through our finishing order here. Finishing in the first position, Justin Rand, Jonathan Parker, P2, Alex Kerfan, P3, Cameron Caldwell, P4, and Michael Krueger going to round out the top 5.
Monzo Chicano is going to finish in P6 with Nathan Fuller 7th, Dawson Allen is going to finish 8th in his home race, Dalton Kelly 9th, and David Duran rounds out the top 10 positions.
Zach Probst's last truck on the lead lap, going to finish in 11th position. Brett Bennett, P12. Andrew Elias, 13th. Brian C. Smith, 14th. And Jeremy Richmond, last truck 1 lap down, finishes 15th.
16th is going to be Craig Fryer. 17th is Ethan Francisco Moreno. 18th is Dakota Knoll. Tyler Watermelon, 19th, is going to round out our field tonight.
So we have a lot of interviews coming up. And let's go ahead and bring in our 3rd place finisher, Alex Kerfan. Adam, I believe you have caught up with him.
Hey Alex, 3rd place tonight. What more did you need to get up there and challenge the Jonathan and Justin? We saw you were just looking in the shadows about a 1.5 back. Anything more you could do there at the end to race them down?
Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just super happy that I could put it back on podium. Felt like it's been forever since I've been here. Out of the exit of 4, it was really tough just being able to carry that momentum on entry through the corner and on exit. Felt like at any moment the car is just going to be plowing up into the wall. I just felt like Justin and Jonathan were better at managing the right front at the end of the day, and were just a bit better through 3 and 4 and getting that drive off.
By the way, the race ran pretty green the entire way, other than the stage break. What did you feel from your point of view on the racetrack, the way everything changed and the lap traffic we saw?
Yeah, maneuvering through lap traffic was definitely interesting. But yeah, just it comes with racing. It's just something that everyone has to deal with. The track evolution was definitely interesting. I felt like definitely gripped up towards the end, but 3 and 4 drive off for me personally didn't change really the entire race. 1 and 2 started getting really tight at the end of the run, but all in all, I'm glad I was able to get that Kerfan's Marcus Chevy back on the podium.
Congrats on the podium run, and we got Pocono in 2 weeks' time. What do you have to look forward then when we head there?
Yeah, Pocono has always been a pretty fun track for me. I don't mind it. Definitely look forward to it. I think I could get a nice top 5 run there, maybe even contest for the win, but we'll have to see. That tunnel turn and turn 3 are definitely the trickiest.
All right, yeah, congrats again, Alex. And before we let you go, who would you like to shout out after another great run here tonight in Kentucky?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for the great broadcast. I'd like to thank C2 Graphics for the great scheme on my truck. I'd like to thank Cam Alonso for hosting this great league. I'd like to thank all my teammates for being great teammates. And man, Justin gets his first win. Let's go, baby.
All right, thanks, Alex, for your time, and we look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks.
Thank you.
That's our 3rd place finisher tonight, the 30 truck of Alex Kilfin.
And I'm looking. I don't see Parker. So let's see here. Ah, there we go. Hey, Parker, 2nd place finish tonight. You had a different strategy coming in 5 laps before Justin did, and he was able to run you down, but you stayed right there with him even after he made the pass for the lead. What were you thinking there, pitting when you did? Did you think that it was going to be such a difference in the 5 laps?
I didn't think I'd be short on gas is what I did. I was about half a lap short, so I had to save that whole last run, and that kind of I guess neutered me for the whole run. I couldn't really do what I wanted to. So Yeah, I couldn't qualify. I had to do something in the house, and it's just these races are so hard to win when everything goes right. So if I just keep shooting myself in the foot, it's just I can't keep expecting to win these races. But Justin did a great job. I'm really happy for him.
You did run a great race overall. Like you mentioned, not qualifying and coming up from the back. So, a little bit different overall for you as you are used to being up front. So, um, having to come from the back, what was it like? You made work pretty quickly.
It was it was harder than it looked, I guess, because I thought it was really really tough to make passes, especially once it got strung out. It's just so hard. The dirty air was pretty rough today, but uh, I did the best I could, and I guess I overthought myself a little bit too much. I should have just put a lap later. I would think it could have turned out differently.
All right. Well, before we let you go, who do you have to thank?
Just want to thank Cam for making amazing paint scheme and let me race this. I just want to thank everyone for welcoming me with open arms. It's been a fun league to be a part of. It's been the best I've been on iRacing so far. So I'm excited for the rest of the season. I just got to stop shooting myself in the foot.
All right. Well, congrats on the second place run, and we'll see you 2 weeks time at Pocono.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, that was Jonathan Parker, our runner-up. Adam, you're down to victory lane with Justin Oran.
Indeed, I am. After 30 career starts and 6 second-place finishes, Justin, you finally made it to victory lane. Congratulations, first of all. And what was the last, really, 5 laps like from your seat?
I mean, it was really hectic. That whole last run, especially. I mean, I know Jonathan pit about 4 or 5 laps prior to I did, so I knew he was gonna put a gap. I knew I had to, run hard to get him down. It was easily possible here, though, with the tire wear. Getting by him was a little bit of a pain in the butt with the aero. Finally did that, and then, I feel like I should have put a gap on him. Lap cars didn't do me much favor. But it was a good battle with him. He got close a couple times. I had to check up a couple lap cars in front of me. So it was a great finish there. Hope you guys liked it up in the booth. Just I don't know, elated. I didn't expect this to be the track to get the win. I've never ran a race here until tonight, so I don't know. I need to ask Cam and all those guys how they feel after wins. I don't know how it is.
Well, congrats on the victory again, and you mentioned the lap traffic. 2 lap trucks just ahead of you with Parker right on you. Were you feeling a little bit pressured with him right there, or did you feel calm and knowing that long way to go really in the race and just big picture, of course?
I mean, I did get frustrated in the voice chat. I didn't feel like it was some pretty poor racecraft by Lapper there. I don't know why he's trying to run the racing line when, and he's still the lucky dog if he gets past, and then the next guy behind him is like 9-10 seconds, so I don't think he's got anything to gain there. It didn't entirely screw me over, but it kept Parker in my mirror just big enough to where, that was in the back of my head. So, I mean, I had to stay calm, thanks to teammates trying to remind me that, and I was a little frustrated. But I know he's running his race, just I don't know, I think I would do something different there in that situation if I was the lap car, but to each his own.
After the stage break, you had a pretty fierce battle with Cameron Caldwell also, and going back and forth for the lead. You were stuck behind him for a little while. You mentioned we heard a lot of guys talk about the dirty air. How bad was it out there, especially that bad, or how close you two were there?
Oh, it was a great battle between him and I. I know he got a great run off 3 and 4 one of the laps after the restart. Got under me. I know I kind of pushed him down a little bit. Still was able to make the pass on me. I feel like it was pretty similar to David in the before the stage caution. I was kind of just gonna let him go, and then I'll eventually get him on the long run. Took a little bit longer for Cam than it did for David. He did a lot of aero blocking, but no problem with that. So it was a pain in the butt to get by him. And then I got by him eventually, and then I put about a second gap on him and Parker, so that clean air was everything tonight.
Right, before we let you go, who do you like to thank after a great job getting to victory lane tonight?
Everybody at Radius Vortex. They kept my head in it throughout the night when I was getting frustrated. Obviously shout out to you guys in the booth. Finally got to see it happen. And just thanks to the rest of the field for wishing me congratulations. I know it's been a long time coming after you said 6 second place finishes. It doesn't feel too good.
Yeah, absolutely not. But we're excited to finally see you break through, Justin, and congrats one more time and celebrate. We got 2 weeks until Pocono.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long 2 weeks, but we'll see you guys there.
Absolutely. That's race winner Justin Duran tonight.
And finishing in 4th position is Cameron Caldwell. Cam, first of all, a couple of things I want to talk about. You had an incredible restart for coming back to the green flag after the stage break, and you made it 3 wide, and you guys stayed 3 wide for like a lap and a half. And just what was it like there? What was the thought process on making that move?
Well, I knew I was not going to be able to pass a lot of those guys on the long run. So I just kind of sensed I got a good restart. And I was like, this apron's pretty wide. I'm going to go down here and see what happens. And, I just kind of took off. And like you said, we were 3 wide for a lap. And kind of mad I didn't clear him sooner. But obviously I cleared him and got the lead for a little bit. But yeah, that was probably the best restart of my iRacing career in anything. So I'm a little geeked about that right now, despite not winning the race or anything. But yeah, shout out Justin Duran for finally breaking through. Kind of stinks that I want to be a lot happy about it, but I also felt like I was in contention towards the end. I was a little too far back, obviously, but I was on the right strategy, I thought. So I like it when my teammates win their first races when I'm not in contention, so I can be fully happy for them. But still, he drove a great race. I knew based off a couple practice sessions we did this past couple days that he was gonna be quick, and I felt like it was gonna be his race to lose, and so obviously he went out there and got it. So big shout out to him.
Yeah, incredible run by Justin, and you had a really good run as well, battling Justin for the race lead for quite a while, and it seemed like going into turns 3 and 4, he would cut down to the bottom where you would run a little bit of a wider entry into 3. Was that just part of the line that you were taking? Did you think that was going to give you the best exit off of turn 4 to maintain the lead?
Well, for me, I just knew that one, we also had Jonathan Parker behind us, and obviously we all know he's really quick. So one, I was trying to be a good teammate, giving him some air on the nose. But 2, it is near impossible to pass on the bottom in 3 and 4 on long runs. So I knew as long as I kind of stayed in that middle groove, he was not going to be able to get around me. So at least, if he wasn't to my inside down like the back straight, he was not going to be able to pass me. I think when he finally did, I messed up in 1 and 2, probably at the apron or something, and he was down my inside, and that was that. But yeah, trying to be a good teammate, but also just knowing that was kind of the preferred line if you're trying to defend. We were obviously racing really hard, but it's really clean still. I think we might have hit a time or 2, but just kind of one of those things. It was really good racing, though. I was having fun. I'm not sure if he was having as much fun as I was there, but he understands what was going on. And then after that, once he got around me, I was just playing the teammate card as much as I could. I have a trophy sitting here for viewers at home who have been watching us since the start. I have a trophy here from one of my teammates, Alonso Chicano, who we battled in the Season 1 championship. It says the InThePitsNews Truck Series Worst Teammate Award because we got into an accident at the Milwaukee Mile, I believe. And so I have that as a little memento to not be a bad teammate here out. So I was just I wasn't blocking Parker, but I was making his life a little difficult and letting Justin run away with it. So, yeah, it was good overall. Definitely a good run for me. I've been struggling a little bit on these ovals, but trying to kind of get my mojo back into the second half of the season.
All right. Well, the next track we head to another. Well, it's not an oval. Actually, it's a triangle, a very tricky triangle. The corners are made up of 3 different famous IndyCar tracks. So, heading to Pocono in a couple of weeks. What are your expectations there?
I'm looking forward to it. I have not run at Pocono a ton. I've always felt like I've been decent there. I have a win in another league from last year, maybe. So I've had good results there. I think it's just going to be a train race with the drafties. You know, the straightaways are so long, so it's just kind of be if you can get good runs out the corner and hold everyone off. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm not really sure how the trucks race there, but I'm looking forward to it. We have some unique tracks coming up, like we had Kentucky tonight, Pocono, as you said, the following race, I guess, and Darlington after that, which is its own animal. So we're in for a interesting swing of tracks here, and then we have the Talladega Double after that. So I think we're gonna have some fun races coming up, and hopefully I can pull out a win on one of them.
All right. Well, before I let you go, who gets it done for you? Who do you have to thank?
Just want to shout out my teammates, my race teammates for racing tonight and every other week. Shout out to our sponsors InThePitsNews, C2 Graphics, Grid Network. My sponsors, Love Coast Rivals, RPS Marketing, Molecular Massage Therapy, and you guys for broadcasting. Josh, we appreciate you as always when you have to hop up in the booth from the track. So thanks to you especially. Thanks to Adam, of course, as we have him most every week. Looking forward to seeing you, Josh, on the track at Pocono. Thanks to the fans for watching, and we'll see you guys 2 weeks in Pocono, and hope everyone enjoys their Thanksgiving weekend coming up.
All right, that is 4th place finisher Cameron Caldwell. And we head to Adam, who's caught up with Dawson Allen.
Yeah, it's going to be an 8th place finish tonight for Dawson Allen. You got a copy, bud?
I'm right here.
Well, it was pretty much caution-free tonight other than the stage break. And you got held up really bad on the initial start. The outside lane didn't go. So the benefits of your 6th place qualifying spot really weren't rewarded. You had to fight back through the top 10 pretty much to even get into the top 10, that opening stage. And then it was a struggle all the way back from there.
Yeah, that start of that race, I don't know what happened. I don't know who it was that started second, but they didn't get going. And it really checked everybody up. And at that point, I was like, you know what? I think this is going to get a little too dicey. So I bailed to the back, at least a little bit mid-pack to try to just kind of relax. And, it was kind of a trend, the whole night. Passing was so hard. You had very few opportunities to make that move. And that's just kind of what we saw throughout the race tonight. And that's what I saw from the driver's seat. It was just a lot of, you had to really set up that pass and really make something stick. But yeah, we didn't really make any moves in stage 1. We just kind of rode around, just seeing what we can do. Stage 2 came around. That restart we got was really good. It put us in the top 10. I was able to kind of make some more moves. About maybe midway through that first green flag run, I think I got in the back of Alonso. I apologize for that. I just got in a little too hot compared to what he was doing, and it's just a lack of awareness on my part. But we were able to recover. We were able to get a good stop there. We decided the one call stop. Brian and Dalton really were masterminds here for that one, and somehow, some way, we finished 8th.
Speaking of Brian and Dalton and the strategy, you end up being the highest finishing SBOD driver tonight.
Yeah, that's not something you'd hear often, I wouldn't think. I'm so used to, just, plate races, maybe that'd be the case. And, just it really is awesome to have, such a good run. Man, it wasn't a win, but it sure feels like it.
Well, it was great to see you back out on the racetrack tonight, Dawson. Wish it could have been a little bit better result, of course, but like you mentioned, great to be as high as you were, and great show. Personally, I thought from the booth to see you out there. Anything you else you would like to say, and anyone you would like to thank after a run here tonight in Kentucky?
C2 Graphics, first off, this amazing AL8 scheme that we got to an 8th place finish. I feel like I got a little bit of a boost there from his scheme. So definitely shout out to Cam and C2 Graphics for that paint scheme. Shout out to AL8. It's delicious. If you can ever find it anywhere, drink it. It's really good. Shout out to everybody in SPLD. You know, Brian, Brett, Dalton, Andrew, Toasty, Danny, Jeffrey, Oscar, anybody else that may be forgetting, Tyler. I guess you can count Tyler, but yeah, just everybody that's just kept me grounded to allow me to kind of at least slowly build from finishing way out back to cracking the top 10.
All right, great to hear from you, Dawson, and then great to see you on the track again, like I mentioned, and we look forward to hearing from you in a couple weeks in Pocono.
I'm ready for it.
8th place finishing position tonight for the 79, Dawson Allen.
Thank you.
And what a great performance out of Dawson. I think he exceeded his own expectations there to crack into the top 10. And great job from him. Adam, I think that's about going to do it from us here. What was your final thoughts from Kentucky?
Well, I want to point out that we both picked 1-2 tonight. It didn't end up the way I thought, but I am elated for Justin to get that first victory. I'll gladly take that bitter loss in picks. And congratulate Justin and again Dawson on their runs tonight, and everyone for showing up. Thanks everyone for tuning in, of course, and we look forward to Pocono in a couple weeks. And as everyone else has said, happy Thanksgiving next week.
Yeah, I'm actually happy for Justin Duran. Great drive by him. My pick to win. I actually got one correct, Adam. So that's pretty cool. Good job for Justin and his team. But yeah, really looking forward to Pocono in a couple of weeks with these guys. Hopefully back in the cockpit of my truck, but definitely enjoy being in the booth when I need to be. Yeah, next week it is a not so busy week for us here on JCTV. Tuesday night, Slide Jawb Racing League. That is our only show happening next week, and they are at Sonoma Speedway, or Sonoma Raceway, rather, for their third to final race on the season. They are in the playoffs. This will be race number 3 of 5 in the playoffs, so it's one you don't want to miss. And then Friday night, NAOR is off. Saturday night, this series here, the InThePitsNews Truck Series, is off. So tune in to Slide Jawb Racing League. But that's going to do it from us here at Kentucky Speedway and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society 200. Big shout out to them. Leukemia definitely, well, and lymphoma as well. But that is, leukemia is a little bit more near and dear to me. My brother, leukemia survivor, he was diagnosed at the age of 4. Has been in remission for a lot of years. So it's definitely one of the things that is a little bit more near and dear to me. But congrats to Justin Duran, winner of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society 200 at Kentucky Speedway. Thank you to everybody tuning in, all the admins and drivers. Without you guys, never be able to do this. Adam Kuhn, absolutely, for being in the booth with me. As always, Dawson, good to see him out there running, having a blast at his home track. And I feel like I am forgetting something, but I'm not 100% sure. So stay safe out there. take care. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And we'll see you next time.